April the 25th, 2 o'clock p.m. Okay, I'm back at the same cluster on the same building in the same spot as 3 days ago, and as I filmed it just 2 days ago and 5 days ago and today earlier, and it's made a home at this spot. It's not gonna move, and it's not a sun reflection. Now there's more orbs, orb clusters next to it and all around it, actually on top, on the right side of the screen, and for sure on the bottom there, and all of them are teleporting the orbs all across that area, just shooting them across like a steady stream, and the orbs are moving so fast that it almost looks like a solid line. So this is no air conditioning unit reflecting sunlight. This is no sun reflection off of anything. There's nothing there. This is suspended in midair, and so are the ones, the smaller clusters on the right of the screen. It's still suspended in midair, and the others are teleporting along the sides of the building, both on top of the roof and on the bottom below the cluster, the big glowing cluster. They're just on the side of the building. The whole building is being used as a teleportation center. The entire building. All the buildings in that area serve the same purpose. These things move across all of them. And you can see that orb right there. That orb cluster, I should say. And that black shape right there, I believe is a large insect waiting for it to move. I'm just going to put that in the middle. I'm going to wait for that to move. You can see that the orbs are teleporting into the larger cluster, and that thing that just went by real fast, that's one of those large insects. They go very fast, too fast to see. And now you see the setup. The orbs are teleported into the large cluster and then from there projected elsewhere around the area. Every time I hear a car start, I know I'm at the right spot. It always happens. Every time I'm at the right spot, a car starts. No, without fail. Without fail. So that's the right spot today. Not the glowing cluster, but right in there where you can't see. And that's where that big insect is, or maybe a few of them. And they're created such a fog and vibrating so fast, and their vibration frequencies that you can't even see them. They become invisible. You know, they can't maintain that rate forever. They gotta show themselves sometimes. I'm just going to back off a little bit, so maybe I'll catch a big insect today and get lucky. Okay, they usually come from above the cluster, so let's see. Well, I'll just let it run for a few minutes and see what happens. Okay, anything that looks like a bird, I don't believe it anymore. These things can create holograms of birds. I don't know if there's any birds left over here. They eat them. These are insects, and they're large enough to eat birds, and who knows what else. They're very smart insects, by the way. Highly intelligent to have this entire setup and everything else in place. It's amazing, just the know-how and the advancement in either natural disposition or technology. Either way, it doesn't matter which way. It's amazing, the know-how to get all this in place. And to further do it all without anyone realizing it, and people even disbelieving that it's even happening. So just concentrate at the cluster there that's glowing, at that line of words shooting across on the top and in the middle of the screen, and also on the bottom of the cluster. And the dead center, that black spot that's barely visible, but it's there. Okay? Let's see what happens to that black spot, because that's the spot. It's dead center in the spot. If you notice, every time I do this, there's all kinds of banging and everything. I never see anybody. It's amazing. Cars starting, sirens going off, all the banging. Nobody around. Nobody who's doing it around anyway. Just move this. I'm moving the camera. I just want to see the top. So this whole thing, this entire thing there at Humber Bay is one huge setup that's done. I don't know who planned it out, but boy, they knew what they were doing, because this is, the whole thing is really planned out. You gotta hand it to them. They know what they're doing. Insects or no insects, it doesn't matter. This took a lot of know-how to do, and to do without anyone realizing it. So I think that big black thing there is a large insect, and I know it's nearly invisible, but it's not invisible. It's still, you can still see that it's there. And all those black things on the bottom there, they're also large insects. And along the roof there of the building. So that is not nothing. That's just like the thing I filmed before on another roof. And this has nothing to do with heat. And there is no doorway there or any such thing. Okay. Obviously this is not a reflection from anything. You can even see the orbs move, even though they created a fog. You can see them moving. That's a cluster alongside an air conditioning unit. But the air conditioning unit doesn't usually glow, no matter how sunny it is. I've filmed it 1,000 times. You could see the orbs going across the screen from right to left, counterclockwise. Okay, the white orbs on top, the black ones on the bottom. That's the way they do it. It's like a positive and a negative, a yin and a yang. And that's the way they have it set up. It's all about electromagnetism and cosmic energy, I guess. But they're very good at using all kinds of energy. Everything we have on this planet, they can use, and they came to use it. This was blowing so much in the rain 2 days ago, and sending electromagnetic pulses at the camera. I thought they were going to melt the camera. It even drained me, let alone the camera, but I had the camera plugged into the wall, as I do today. So I think they gave up on the idea of trying to turn it off. You never know. They can always change their mind, and so can I. Notice the cluster is less active and it's not glowing as much. Now it's cloudy and there's no sun. Okay, now you can see there's absolutely no sun. Now a big cloud came over, and look at this one. So this is not a reflection, and neither was the other cluster I just showed. I'm just going to move it in the center. So I was hoping to get a large insect over it, but maybe today's not the day, because we filmed long enough. I'll just check for a little bit longer and then that'll be it. So, to end this video, this is an alien life form, and that's a lot of aliens inside that cluster. It's not just one. It could be millions of them. I don't know exactly how many are in the cluster. Every cluster varies in size and in number, and they vary in the operation they perform, as they vary in how significant they are in the whole scheme of things. Some clusters are more important than others, and at night you can see them glowing different colors. And the colors have a significance. That was me banging the camera by accident. Yeah, the colors have a significance in the whole picture. The pale blue color, I don't know what it is about that color, but when that orb shows up, or orb cluster shows up, all the rest of them just move away and give it lots of room. Whoa. That's a fast white one.